Everybody's got an opinion about Disney. So do I, including these 7 unpopular Disney opinions. All sorts of people have all sorts of opinions about Disney, and there are certain ones that most people agree with, but there are definitely a few that kind of run contrary. And goodness knows, if you've been watching my videos, you've probably heard a few of my unpopular opinions. But here are 7, a couple of which I've mentioned before, most of which I haven't, that I think are probably pretty unpopular Disney opinions. So let me know, do you agree with me or disagree with me? I'd love to hear it in the comments below, along with your unpopular opinions. But let's get jumping in. So, number 7. I wish they didn't put IP on every single attraction. I love a lot of the classic Disney attractions that didn't have to have a movie character or an overlay. The Matterhorn, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, Space Mountain. These are all classics that didn't have to have characters, and Disney's really going in with the character stuff now. Now, I understand wanting to tie in product sales and movie sales and stuff like that, hence the new Jungle Cruise movie. I get it, and I do think there are some movies that still need to have attractions, like Moana. Come, hello, let's get some Moana. But at the same time, I also like having those attractions have nothing to do with movies, but they stand alone on their own. I think you can need the mix. So get the ones that don't have a good attraction yet, but at the same time don't feel that you have to put an overlay IP on everything. So, for example, the Great Movie Ride getting replaced by Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And in fairness, I have not been on Runaway Railway yet, so yeah. Number 6. The shopping at the parks stink compared to what it used to be. So much of the merchandise now is just cheap stuff that you can get at Target or Walmart or other places. It's the same old plush, cheaply made shirts, not well designed. I miss the days when you could go to Disney and shop and just shop. When you could actually walk around Main Street and you would have the clock shop that was there, the magic shop that was there, the variety of different things, handmade goods. You can still see a little bit, but it's a shadow of what it used to be. I used to love shopping at Disney, and now much of it's like, the whole Disney store experience, even at Disney Springs, it took it from a fun shopping experience to just very boring, plain, nothing different. It's just a big old store, which happens to have Disney stuff. I don't know who's in charge of all that, but it's all about overpriced, cheap stuff. And I can say this even from my time having worked at the Disney store. You could just see the quality of the stuff, even in the year there, start going down, and the price is high and the quality low. Bring back good stuff. Spend some more time, get some unique things, make the shops individually worth visiting rather than thinking, oh, if I visit the Emporium on Main Street, I've also visited Mouse Gears at Epcot and, all the other souvenir shops. I've covered them all in one store. I don't need to bother with the rest because it's all the same. Number 5, Slinky Dog is overrated. Okay, I'll get some flack on this one. I enjoyed Slinky Dog Dash. I did. It's a fun ride. It's a neat little coaster. But there are people that are making it sound like it's the greatest roller coaster ever. And, no. It's a nice family coaster. It's fun. I'll ride it again. It's not worth a long wait, and it is not the greatest thing out there. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is better, and even it, I think, is a little bit overrated. Ooh. But there are definitely much better roller coasters out there. Hagrid's Motorbike over at Universal, for example, blows the stuffing out of it. So, yeah. The Slinky Dog, not as great as many people make it out to be. I'd wait about 15, 20 minutes for it. Maybe. Perhaps. Rock and Roller Coaster in the same park is better. There. Okay, I said it. Number 4, they really need to cut back on the sales of alcohol, especially at Epcot. I'm sorry, Epcot's World Showcase has turned into a drunken mess. It's terrible. The last couple times I was there, I did not want to be around World Showcase in the evening. Watching people walking around with shirts they bought at Disney that boasted about drinking around the world and getting drunk and not remembering their time there. And I'm going, Disney, why are you promoting this? Walt didn't allow alcohol at Disneyland for a reason. To have it not just be sold, but oversold. At the very least, put some limits in. As a photographer, I hated working with that occasional drunk that was at Epcot. And they're not occasional anymore. They're frequent and constant and a mess. I understand people wanting to have a drink. I understand people want, even though I don't drink, I get that. People drinking doesn't bother me. People getting drunk, people visiting a park just for the purpose of getting drunk, yeah, that bugs me. Not family friendly, not magical, not cool. It really needs to be curbed back. Food and Wine Festival originally was an amazing idea, but now it's turned into the Snack and Big Booze Festival. Nope. Number 3, they should have kept Stitch's Great Escape. And now, I know there's a lot of people who didn't like it. Yes, we really liked it. It was a fun attraction. It should have been kept there. But even more so, what's there now? Nothing. It's just sitting empty. That's terrible. It took an attraction that at least brought some people in and sucked up some of the crowds, and it's literally a hole in the building with nothing there. Tomorrowland, as it is at Magic Kingdom, needs help. It's dated. It needs to be refreshed and renewed. But when you've got a major hole there like that with nothing in it, Stitch's Great Escape was fun. My kids loved it. I think it was my son's favorite attraction at Magic Kingdom. They had a blast. Once they understood what was going on and weren't scared, they loved it. It wasn't a little kids attraction. I think it struck a nice balance between the original Alien Encounter, which really should have been over at Hollywood Studios, MGM Studios at the time, not Magic Kingdom. I thought it hit a nice balance. Do something with it already. Number 2, Islands of Adventure is a better theme park than any of the Disney parks. Okay, I can feel the brushback now. People are going to get mad. But honestly, my only complaint about Islands of Adventure is its size. It's a little bit on the small side. But every land in it is themed at least as well as anything at Disney. Okay, the cartoon island area, yeah, but honestly, if you compare it to Animal Kingdom's Dino-Rama area, Islands of Adventure still does that better and makes you feel like you're in the old comics. Then when you get into the Jurassic Park area and Seuss Island, you feel like you're stepping into those. They took Disney's idea of theming and matched it. And then when they brought in Potter and Kong, Disney's still trying to catch up. Star Wars is a step in the right direction, but the overall park is so cohesive and does so well. And I'm sorry, I think it's the best themed park in Florida. Now, is it the park I would go to first above everything? No, that's actually probably Busch Gardens, believe it or not. I love it. If I have a choice between Universal, Islands of Adventure, and a Disney park, it's going to be a tough choice. It really is. If you have not been to Islands of Adventure, what are you waiting for? And then my number 1 unpopular opinion, Disneyland is still better than any 2 Walt Disney World parks combined. I love Disneyland. It rocks. It's got more in it. It's got better stuff in it. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So there are 7 of my unpopular Disney park opinions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for liking the video, hitting that share button, and subscribing if you haven't. Thank you, too, for letting me know what you think. Give me your comments below. I also want to give a huge shout out to my YouTube members and my patrons for their financial support. I get to do so much, and there's so much more coming this next year that's possible only because of their support. If you want to know more, as well as the perks that come with it, check the description below. Thank you so incredibly much for watching. God bless. From Israel. Now, I understand wanting to tie in commercial. Number 4. Epcot has turned into a drunken mess. I think it's a little bit. Disneyland is still better than any Magic King. Thank you so incredibly much for. Thank you so much for liking, share. Thank you so much for liking the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know about contact information, fan pages, merchandise, and more, please be sure to check the description below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to know when I have new ones, well, make sure you hit that subscribe button right up there. And if you want to see another one of my videos, well, I've got a great one for you right here. And a huge thank you to these wonderful people here who support me on Patreon and with YouTube memberships. They get behind the scenes information, special perks, and more. If you'd like to know more about that, well, make sure you check that button right there. Thank you so much.